Got a call from Jeff. He says he wants to look at a house out west on a ranch or something. So I thought we should look the part.
Yeah. All right. So tell me, do you think these chaps make my butt look big?
No, but the burritos do. Hey, I found a badge.
Badges? You don't need no stinking badges. You feeling lucky, punks?
Kevin, neither one of those lines are in this movie.
Really? What am I thinking?
Obviously you're not. Hey,
What the heck are you guys doing?
I got your method. Something about going out west to a ranch.
I said a ranch house in Westerly, Rhode Island.
I was close. Hey,
Get in.
it's fun to get dressed up, though. Hey, what do you got in your mouth there anyway? I didn't know you smoked.
Cinnamon stick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it tastes good.
Got another one? I might try one.
Hi there, and welcome to a brand new This Old House project. We have got our little ranch here behind us. And Jeff, boy, we really are in Western Rhode Island.
That's Westerly.
All right, well, appropriately named. So there's the project house.
Yeah.
So you ready to tackle this?
Yeah, we're ready. We got demo crew on the way.
Nice.
You ready to get to the basement?
It always starts there.
Let's go meet the homeowner, see what's going on.
And have a look inside.
Yeah, it's a great little house. Hey, Shayla, Scott, how you guys doing?
Hey guys.
Hi, Tom.
How are
Nice
you?
to meet you.
Good. Nice to see you guys. Wow, you bought yourself a gem here.
We did. I mean, I think so.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I mean, that's the only opinion that matters.
Yes.
And now you guys are going to raise your family here. Mm-hmm. You have kids.
We do. We have a daughter who's 5. Her name's Malin, and Emily is 17 months.
All right, and you're obviously not living in the house yet. You're nearby, though.
We are. We're about 4 or 5 miles away, right downtown.
Cool. So what are your plans for the house? What do you want to do to it?
Well, we'd like to add a second floor to this part of the home and take advantage of some of the water views to the south.
So no more ranch for you guys.
No more.
About how many square feet is the existing house right now?
It's about 2,100 square feet.
And you're gonna add,
About 1,000.
so 3,100 square feet, it's a good sized house.
Yeah.
Okay. So kitchen specifically gets a pretty significant updating, I presume?
Yes, absolutely. So we're looking to expand the kitchen this way, removing the cabinets. And so we're looking to add a second floor on this section of the house to take advantage of some of the views to the south. The water is out in this direction. And expanding the footprint of the first floor to take advantage of some space here and expand the dining room.
And with this wall down, it's really gonna make a difference.
It is.
You get rid of this beauty, I call dibs.
You can have it.
Right.
Let me show you guys the rest of the house.
Okay.
And we're going to be taking these walls down. And Tommy, this is the wall that we spoke about in the kitchen.
In the kitchen, so yeah, it really is gonna open up nice.
Absolutely. So that wall is going to go down, and we're going to extend the house out, incorporating in a little extra space here to gain some room in the dining room. Lots of glass on this wall, opened up to the backyard. And then over here in this area, built-ins, step down into the living room area.
What about the ceiling in here? You gonna leave it at this height?
We're going to raise it a foot.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Wow, I tell you, Tommy, I feel like I just stepped into a ranch museum, the Knotty Pine Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Well, you know, this was a shipbuilding community back in the 30s and 40s, and the captains actually liked the interior of the boats really nice. But they wanted them built in pine, but they didn't like all the knots. So they would separate the wood and collect and use the good wood in the boats. The shipbuilders would take that scrap home, and they would use it in their houses to make paneling, ceilings, and even cabinetry. And so that's why you see a lot of it.
Huh. And so what do you guys think about the Knotty Pine? Are you going to keep it?
We'd like to keep some of it and use it in some of the areas of the home, but for the living room area, we're going to brighten it up a little bit.
Yeah, okay. And what else do you do to the room? Because it's a pretty big room and gets a lot of light.
Yeah, we're going to be removing the fireplace from this wall here and opening up this wall.
Really? So make it even bigger?
Even bigger, and this will allow us to look through to the front of the home and also back towards the kitchen area as well.
Front to back views.
Yes.
Front to back.
Wow. And you get great light. I mean, your windows will be updated. Do you sort of get access to the backyard?
Yes, there'll be a slider there and we'll step out onto a patio.
Yeah, sure, that makes sense. Wow, that's going to be a dramatic change. And I mean, I can see knotty pine everywhere. It keeps going.
It does. It continues all the way down the hallway here. Let me show you.
Was there anything left for the ship?
Well, you know, the knotty pine was cheaper than plaster, so that's why they did a lot.
So right now, this is a full bathroom. We're going to change this to a half bath and a laundry room.
Okay.
And then in here right now is a bedroom, but it's going to turn into the office.
All right.
And then right here, we're actually going to put a doorway.
It goes this way.
Yes, the door is going to go right here.
And right now, this is the master bedroom, but we're going to change that to a full bath for the bedroom we're adding in the back.
And then this current bedroom is going to get incorporated with this wall and this wall coming down, and it's going to be one big space.
Nice. Wow. And so that takes you to the end of the existing house?
Yes.
Yes.
And we don't bump out any further?
No, we're going to stay on this footprint.
Oh, wow. You saved the best for last, the avocado green carpet.
Wow.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey guys.
How are
Jeff.
you?
Hey. So I'd like you to meet Lori. Lori is our in-house designer.
Nice to meet you.
So she designed the house. We started by capturing all the existing conditions, and we put it into computer-aided drafting. And then we've actually added some rendering software so that we can really get a sense of texture and different elements of the house. So the really nice thing about this capability is that we can actually now create a video with all of this input in there. You can see now where we've added the second floor.
So you've got a gambrel style roof, although it's just on the front side of the house, you're keeping the one-story roof on the back side?
Yep, this section right here will remain the same roof lines, but we've added the gambrel on that
You
side.
can see the roof line, the gutter line is different.
Yeah, because we came up a foot for the new section.
How
So
excited are you guys to see that?
Extremely.
Right? You're going to have to choke down some dust first, though, before you get to that part.
Oh,
A
yeah.
long way.
Notice there was a stairway to the second floor.
Yep.
Have you done anything on the second floor design yet?
At the top of the stairs, we have a large hall with the railing, a desk area, and a seat. Then off the hall is a master bedroom, master bath, walk-in closet. Then we have the bedrooms for each of the children and a large guest bath.
So 3 bedrooms, 1 for everybody. The whole family's up on the second floor together, just what you wanted?
Yes.
Yes.
Speaking of family.
Hi, kids.
Well, well, well. Look at this.
How are you?
So who are we looking at here?
This is Emily.
And this is Mullen.
Mullen, good, very nice. So you guys have got to get pretty excited about the changes coming to this house that's going to be made for you to hang out and grow up in this house. You guys get excited about that?
Nice new house.
All right, well, it looks like we have got ourselves a plan,
Yeah.
which means we have got to start getting to
We
work.
got to start doing some work.
Demo.
All right, good.
Time to get started.
All
Thank
right.
you, Lori. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Laura. Nice
Thank
job.
you.
Thank you.
I'm in Long Beach, California, 3,000 miles from our project house. But this city has a unique connection to the ranch house that we are renovating. Today's ranch houses, which got very popular in the 1950s, were inspired by homes like this, the Ranchos of California. This is Rancho Los Alamitos. A building has been on this site since the early 1800s. These rugged structures house the workers and families on the cattle ranchos that popped up as settlers from Mexico and the United States moved to California. Fast forward to the 1930s in Southern California, and a handful of forward-thinking architects led by Cliff May started to focus on what they called livability. They wanted to build houses that were about how people lived rather than how they looked. Cliff May's vision became known as the California Ranch. In the building boom of the 1950s, May's ranch house took off. It started in a development here in Long Beach called Rancho Estates. The developer built 700 houses using May's modern design, and that style spread across the country. Sarah Locke is an architectural historian, and she lives right here in the neighborhood. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
So tell me, what makes these houses so popular?
Well, these houses really appealed to the masses because it was unpretentious modernism. And at a time in the post-war years when there needed to be a lot of housing built, this was a great solution.
And how were they actually built?
It was actually a factory-built model, so there were 5 panels and closet components that were built off-site and shipped in. And they would first pour the concrete slab, build the post and beam structure, and then they would insert these panels to create different variations.
Oh, so it wasn't a single design. You could move the panels around to create a different look.
Exactly, and you could rotate the plan on the lot too to create additional variation.
So what are the details that makes this one so historical?
Well, the ranch house form really was one story and had a horizontal emphasis. It has a low-pitched roof with wide eaves that shelter the interior from the sun, and rustic materials were used, like the board and batten siding that you see here. On the interior, you had walls of glass that faced the rear yard and the inner courtyard, and the exterior space was used just as much as the interior space. It was about informal living and a carefree flow of space.
So can we see the inside?
Yeah, let's go inside.
All right.
This house was built in 1954, and until recently an original owner lived here, so it retains many of its original details. As you can see, it's a very informal plan. All the spaces are open to one another in the main living area, and the structure is exposed. You can see that there's this main beam that runs through, and you can see the panels and the post and beam structure of the exterior as well.
Right, and you have the rafters sitting on top of that. It's a very simple frame when it comes right down to it. And the glass really makes the house very light inside.
Yeah, it is. There's lots of glass, including the clerestory windows. So the living room area flows right into this dining space, and it's connected to the open kitchen that is shielded behind this low wall here. Everything was included in the kitchen, including the washer and dryer.
This is very unusual, it seems.
Yeah, it maximized efficiency. The birch cabinetry was built off-site and shipped to be installed. It included these sliding doors that also maximized space so that there weren't any doors in the way when you open the cabinets.
Great idea.
Originally, they were Formica boomerang countertops in various shades and Western Holly appliances. The homeowner switched out to an electric cooktop here and then replaced the countertops with ceramic tile.
Put a nice curve on the end of the counter. You don't want to bump into a square corner.
Exactly, and it's reflected in the shelves below as well. Some really nice details in this birch kitchen. And right here we have one of the house's bathrooms.
Wow, this is a bright space.
It is, and all the hall bathrooms were blue. This is an original cast iron tub. It was one of the selling features of the house. An original toilet, and we have the original flooring here.
Right, it even looks like there's a front panel here that's also metal. Was there only one bath in these houses?
Each of these houses had 2 baths, so all the hall baths were blue, and the master baths were either pink or green.
Clever.
Each of the houses featured a Jack and Jill bedroom that's divided by this pre-built closet component. One side opens to this room and the other side opens to the other bedroom.
That's clever.
And there was no need to have an interior wall here. They just used this mist-like glass that wraps around the closet.
But glass between 2 bedrooms, that's very unusual.
It brought in additional light, and you also get a lot of light from this 4-panel window and the clerestory window above.
Right, well that's one of the nicest features about these houses, I think, is that they do have a lot of natural light. But this is pretty much an original, right? It hasn't been changed very much at all, but I can't believe that people haven't modified some of these in renovations.
Yeah, let's go see one that's been updated.
All right.
So this updated version of the house has much of the same interior definition of space. You have a dining area here, a living area, and then this would have been a 4th bedroom here that had an accordion wall, so you could adjust the space as needed. And the floors are actually very similar to what you saw in the original house, and but they're a newer vinyl composite tile. And then over here, the homeowners have added additional interior space.
So in the earlier house, there would have been there's windows and doors here, so they took those out and added in a nice big space.
Exactly. So the kitchen retains its birch cabinetry, and it has the same sliding doors we saw in the other house. It doesn't have the boomerang counters, though they have replaced those with Formica that's sympathetic to the original design.
I don't see the washer dryer.
Yeah, they've cleverly hidden the washer dryer behind these closet doors. Here.
Yeah, look at that. But they still kept it close to the kitchen.
The hallway bath in this house has been updated. It was blue in the last house, and here you see all the fixtures are in the same location, but they're now nice and bright white. And in here, this is the Jack and Jill bedrooms that we saw in the last house.
So they simply removed the closets.
Yes, they did, and the glass that surrounded them. But you still have these great 4-pane windows and the clerestories that bring in lots of light.
So 60 years later, these houses are really popular.
They are. They sell at a premium compared to surrounding neighborhoods, and there's a wonderful community here and Cliff May enthusiasts across the country.
Thanks for showing us the California Ranch.
Thank you for visiting.
My pleasure.
Hey, Jeff.
How are ya?
This place is built like a tank.
Oh, I know it. I
It's
know
amazing.
it. So this is 12 inches on center, which traditionally we see 16 inches on center. And look at the detail with this diagonal bridging. They sure did a nice job. And these all connect together, add to the whole structure integrity of this floor system.
And really make it a system. These are really important. I've been told 100 times by Tommy and others that you need this to be the whole system.
Plumbers don't like
I
this.
don't want to hear that. But you got a really solid deck to build off of.
And check this out, diagonal underlayment. That floor underlayment is 1x6 tongue and groove
at the angle
on a diagonal. Somebody really wanted this place to stand up well. So notice this too, concrete residue.
They might have used it for the forms
their
and then put
forms.
it on the floor.
Absolutely.
And this was what, late 40s, so it had been right when plywood was probably just coming into this country.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, really
fun,
well done. So we have no problem going up and adding on to this structure.
All right, so you're going to take this building and make it a third again as big, right?
Yep.
All right, so what they have now is an oil-fired boiler. There's water inside this. Oil burner right here, fires into here. It has 2 zones. Now you're going to add a 3rd floor, so
Right.
and it's got baseboard that goes all the way around.
Right, right.
It also has a tankless, which means this thing sits hot all day long to make a little bit of hot water for faucets. So we probably could reuse this. You know, it's probably big enough because you're going to make the new house tighter.
Yeah.
But you're going to take this chimney away, right?
Exactly.
It's gone. So we'd have to re-vent this thing a different place. And
Yep.
so, you know,
I mean, this thing's not that old. It's the newest thing in the whole house.
what year is it?
Well, it installed in '09, so.
So if it's '09, we could probably repurpose it, find a way to get it in somebody's
Sure.
good hands, you know. So we probably want to think about getting rid of this. You know, a house like this, if you're going to renovate it to this level, we can't do just baseboard. We have to think about having heating and air conditioning.
Right,
You've got to have
right,
air conditioning. So
right.
probably want to do a ducted system with a couple of air handlers, 2 or 3 different places, maybe a little bit of radiant floor heating for floor warming
Yep.
too.
Sounds great.
All right, so oil
Yep.
connects.
Underground connects to a new tank over here.
So oil tank does look pretty new, so I have to repurpose that.
Sure.
Water supply, copper line coming in, looks like it's town supplied, I assume?
Yeah, municipal water, but the town still uses wells for the water source.
Local wells,
so,
okay.
Yeah. Now, some parts of town have sewer, this part does not, so we'll be on septic.
So the drain line comes out here to a relic of a sewage system. This is a cesspool. This is the basic tool that's been around for hundreds of years. It's a honeycomb-shaped chamber made out of either brick or fieldstone, this looks like. It's about 6 foot wide, 8 to 10 feet deep, and liquids and solids come in here, liquids leach their way around, and solids take time to break down, you know. So I can't imagine that Westerly's going to allow us to reuse
No,
this.
with this level of renovation, they're going to require us to design a whole new septic system, and we're going to abandon this.
Okay.
And don't forget, we're half a mile from the ocean. So we've got that contamination going on, plus the town still uses wells for its aquifer, for its water supply.
Yeah.
So we want to eliminate that contamination.
Okay, best news I've heard today.
Hey, Roger.
Hey, Jen.
How's it going? You want to talk a little landscaping?
I think we ought to talk a lot of landscaping.
think
There's a
you're right.
lot to be done here.
There is, and I don't think the homeowners have had any time to think of the outside. So there's a lot going on. You want to go check it out?
Yeah, let's give them some ideas.
Okay.
Now, we have to remember that we're going to have a landing right in here, so it has to be nice and big and safe to get us down to the front door.
I know, it's a great transition point, so it'd be nice to have maybe some large natural slabs of stone.
Yes.
And then also up here, some of these foundation plantings are great. We could reuse these. Like this is a viburnum. We could definitely pop that in somewhere. And then traveling down this way, I think this holly's seen some better days,
Yeah,
right?
I wouldn't waste any time on that one.
But just clearing this out will alleviate so much space. And then down here, there are a few really great rhododendrons.
We'll take those and a couple of rows of Sharon I saw, bring them over here and fill in all these openings along here to give us a nice private entrance.
That would really complete this hedge. That would be great. And then here, it's just grass right now, but could become a perennial bed.
I say
Design.
perennial bed.
Perennial bed would be great.
Let's take a look out back.
All right.
Out back here, Jen, we have some really nice features. On the side, there's a evergreen screen. In the middle, big oak tree. And in the back, there's a bunch of brush. But if we cut out that brush, we'd have an old historical wall back here to look at. Come along a little farther, we clear it up, and then we have a flagpole right on that edge over there.
Right. That looks like a perfect area for a kid's play set. So I think referring back to the plans, starting up here, they have a deck that is written into the plans, but who knows, maybe we could introduce a sunken stone patio all in here. And then another thing for phase 2 over here, they're going to put in a garage. So they're going to need to think about access from the garage. They need a pathway up here, up into the house. Yeah. So, but they definitely need access.
Yeah.
And so let's go have a look at this flagpole area because I really think it's going to be a great play area for the kids.
Okay,
All right.
take a peek.
So Jeff, this is really going to be quite a project.
Yeah, we're excited. We've got a really great design, a really good transformation. We've got wonderful clients. We're ready to get started.
Yeah.
We just have a little demo in front of us.
Yeah, we have a little demo. Now these cabins are built pretty good. You know, they may come off the wall easy, but they may not. What are you going to do with them?
So we've been doing some work with Habitat for Humanity as of late, and for their purpose, this stuff can get reused. There's a new home for this stuff, and it helps them, and it helps